What do you do to support them, and what are the
Mm,
things that they typically struggle with that need the most care?
absolutely. For our, what I typically refer to them as like non-traditional students.
Hmm.
Those are the students where I think the most important thing is validating their lived experience as an adult. Um, I think that, of course, right, we do that with our 18-year-old students, right? Or our 18 to 21 who are maybe they took a gap year, but they're still basically fresh out of high school. It's like we always want to validate people's lived experiences. But when it comes to the 45-year-old who's coming back to get their nursing degree, right, who was an LPN for 40 years or whatever, and now they're like, you know what? This is something I want to do for me. My kids are out of the house, and this is my thing for me. I'm taking care of myself, putting myself first. And it's like, get it, girl. Um, and one of the biggest things, one of the biggest mistakes that I definitely have made before, but I have since learned better, is like your not like your lived experience as a disabled adult, a disabled person in the workplace. Like that is more important than anything I have to say, right? Now, am I able to just wave my wand and give you anything that you want just because you have lived experience about it? No. But if you come to me and you say, hey, these are the accommodations that I get at work, this is how I am planning to use them. These are the medical stuff that I have recently gone through. Here are the struggles I'm having. What can you do to help me? I'm not going to go where I might, with more of like an 18-year-old student, I might go, tell me more about that impact. What do you think? What do you think your strengths are academically? I'm not going to ask those questions, right? Because they know. And they were telling me even in a way that if they're talking about work and like this is what I do in my workplace, that I can take that information and apply it, right? I think sometimes we get into that tunnel of or that tunnel vision of, we're here to help with that transition, help these baby birds fly. And it's like, sometimes it is just people who already know what they're up to, right? I think another big part of working with adults, like more of those non-traditional adults, is a lot of it's okay that you're here. There's a generational gap in asking for accommodations for sure. And especially when it comes to older folks who are, I'm thinking like very non-traditional, who are maybe here like doing like senior rate type courses where they're like, well, I have arthritis and I've never had an issue academically before, but now I have arthritis and I can't take notes like I used to. But I don't know any other way to take notes because when I was in high school, when I did college the first time, I was a secretary for 45 years. I know I can write, but my wrist hurts so bad that I can't write for an hour anymore. Those are the ones that it's a little bit harder because I almost have to talk them through their own mental block, right? Of you do deserve this just because you haven't been disabled your whole life, right? Doesn't mean that you don't deserve to get support now, right? Um, I think that's a big thing. It's just making sure that they know that they deserve this. And which I know sounds, maybe mushy gushy, but I really do think that with non-traditional students, it is just you have worked your butt off to be here. You have tried. You're finding a way to fund this when you've got 8 kids at home, right? You know, you should, you deserve help. And it's not, and I, this is another thing that I always tell people is like, this office does not exist because my college is specifically like a kind one, right? This office is like your federal civil rights as an American in our space, right? Like you deserve this. This is your right to access. And if you don't want to, or you want to wait, you have the right to do that too. But please know that I'm not here to just be some like very kind and, you know, like little lady who lives in the woods who gives people little treats every once in a while. Like my job is to make sure that if you need it, you have it. And I also let like specifically the non-trad students know that if you don't need it, I will not be giving it to you. That's my job, right? If you ask for something and I say, well, oh, like, can I get a sign language interpreter? You can hear. Well, yeah, but I think it'd be really cool. No, right? Like that's my job. And sometimes that just makes them feel like oh, right. I can ask for things and still get told no if it's not reasonable.